Alright. First off, I know I don't really make videos like this anymore, these commentary videos, but with everything going on with Destiny right now, I honestly just feel like I kind of need to get my thoughts out. I'm going to try to get through this video without getting too emotional, but honestly, no promises. And by the way, I'm also getting over a head cold. So before anyone says it, no, I have not been crying for the last 24 hours, okay? Alright, seriously though, I didn't think a video game franchise would ever mean this much to me growing up. I mean, like, 12 years is a long time, man. With the news that June 9th is going to be Destiny 2's final major update ever, I just kind of need to sit down and, talk about it. For a lot of people, Destiny was just another game, but for me, and honestly probably a lot of you watching this, Destiny became part of life. I started playing Destiny 1 back when it first launched. I still remember loading into the tower for the first time, hearing the music, seeing all the Guardians just running around, not really understanding what this world really was yet, but, there was something special about it. And from that point on, Destiny just kind of became a constant in my life. Through middle school, high school, becoming an adult, working full-time jobs, no matter what stage of life I was in, Destiny was somehow always still there. And I still remember when Taken King launched. I was actually grounded, and I wasn't actually supposed to be playing. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. But I would literally just sneak downstairs in the middle of the night just to play it anyway. And honestly, it was totally worth it. That's how big the Destiny launches felt back then. Like, it wasn't just a game release. It felt like an event. I remember racing home after school or after work to play with friends, staying up way too late when expansions would drop, grinding strikes for hours, hoping for, like, one specific, drop or exotic or whatever. I was looking for, raids where we would just wipe for hours and somehow still be laughing about it. The moments where we'd say, one more run, and suddenly it was, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And honestly, I think that's what made Destiny special. It wasn't just the game, it was the people, it was the friends, it was the memories that are attached to it all. There were so many eras that, just made Destiny feel so magical. Like, at the time, Taken King felt massive. Forsaken, after a rocky D2 launch, Forsaken kind of felt like hope, that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Beyond Light, I know I kind of skipped over Shadowkeep, but Shadowkeep I kind of rope in with the Forsaken. I kind of played those at the same time. But Beyond Light, honestly, just reignited my love for the game. I couldn't tell you what it was. I think it was because of COVID. I was stuck inside, and that's kind of all that we were playing at the time. But, after Beyond Light, Witch Queen reminded me of, like, how well Bungie does and Destiny does at storytelling. And, like, how it all can just, like, hit so hard. Lightfall, we don't really need to talk about Lightfall. Anyway, through all the ups and the downs and the good expansions, the rough seasons, the burnout, I always somehow just found myself coming back. But somewhere along the way, things started to change. Friends slowly stopped logging in. Life got busier. We all got older. Life happens. But the magic of the Destiny world, the Destiny franchise, was always still there. It just wasn't always as easy to find sometimes. And honestly, I don't think that's Bungie's fault entirely. I think I'll do another video on that at some point. I don't want to spoil too much, but Spider and I have been talking about maybe doing a video together about this stuff. But then the final shape happened. And I think deep down a lot of us knew that this was kind of the end, or the beginning of the end. Fighting the Witness after all these years just felt surreal. It felt like closure. It also felt weird because, after spending a decade chasing the next expansion, the next raid, the next big mystery, what happens when there isn't one anymore? And honestly, even though I stuck around after the final shape, I could still kind of feel that shift happening. It started feeling like Bungie and mostly Sony were putting more and more time and assets and focus into Marathon, which obviously we wouldn't have known at the time. But, as someone who's loved Destiny, like the franchise, for 12 years, this honestly hurts so bad to talk about. Because Destiny deserved to feel like the priority until the very end. And now hearing that June 9th is going to be the final major update for Destiny 2, that hit me way harder than I ever would have expected. Because, even if the player counts dropped, even if people moved on, even if the game changed, a part of me kind of believed Destiny would always just be there. You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet. And part of me is still holding out hope that one day, somehow, we'll get a Destiny 3. There's been plenty of other people talking about it, plenty of other videos. The way that Bungie kind of, this might be my copium speaking, but the way Bungie kind of poked towards that in their TWAB yesterday. At the time of this video, it'll be a couple days probably, but yesterday, at the time of this recording, it seems like they might end up doing it someday, but even then, it just doesn't seem like it's anytime soon. And maybe it never happens, but I don't think we're ever going to fully stop hoping until they fully close their doors. And they fully just put it all to a stop and say, no, we're not doing it. And until that day comes, my friends and I, we're going back. We're going to do every raid, every dungeon, every Pantheon run that we can. One final long ride through a franchise that, me personally, I've put over 1,000 hours of love into, for the last 12 years. And I want all of you to be a part of that journey too. So I'm going to be documenting everything here on YouTube. I'll also be streaming all of our final moments together over on Twitch. Like I just said, every raid, every dungeon, every wipe, every late night that we're going to have doing this. One last long ride, because this is not going to be something that we're just going to breeze through. We're definitely going to take our time. But, no matter what happens to Destiny, no matter how it ends, the memories that we built, that we had, they're going to stay forever. The memories stay forever, the friendships stay forever. And honestly, I'm just always going to be grateful that I got to experience all of this, with my friends, with you guys. I know I'm a small channel, but I've enjoyed making Destiny content over the years. I've enjoyed the streams. It's something that I'm going to greatly miss, but I'm just grateful that I was able to be part of the experience. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. It's just, it's been a little over 24 hours, and I'm still kind of racking my brain around it. But, yeah, June 9th is going to be the beginning of the end. And, hopefully I see you all in my YouTube streams, YouTube videos, Twitch streams, whatever. And, yeah, we're gonna send it out with a bang. That's for sure. So, thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you guys. I'm sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. I wrote a little. No, I wouldn't even say a script, but like I wrote some notes down here to kind of keep my mind on track, but there's only so much you can do when you have 12 years of memories and feelings towards something like this. It's hard to put them all into words. So like I said, I'm planning to do another video like this with some of my friends, where we're going to kind of go over everything. That's probably not going to be out for a while because that's a pretty big project that we're going to have to do. But other than that, I will see you guys in the upcoming Destiny streams and videos. And thank you guys for watching through all these years if you have. I greatly appreciate it. And I will talk to you all later.